What is incorrectly perceived as a sign of intelligence? Being in charge. Always maintain a healthy skepticism for anyone claiming to be authority, at least till they prove themselves capable. If someone's in an authoritative position, it should be others that praise them and say how good they are, not themselves. I'm the best commenter that's ever been. People always tell me, they Safeman, that's what they call me, they say VP, you always leave the best comments. They say that. Ask anyone, they'll tell you. That's why I'm happy to announce that I'm running for comment president again 2024. Let's make comments great again, again. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. In fact, I've got friends in high places, I can't tell you how high, but they're really very high, and they're experts in this stuff, and they always say that man is a commenter of world class. They should know, they're experts. Arrogance portrayed as confidence. A truly intelligent person knows that there's things they don't know, and keeps trying to learn. An idiot refuses to acknowledge that there's anything they don't know, and fears doing anything that might prove it. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I'll remember this when I lie alone in bed tonight. You are never alone, have fun sleeping. This was unnecessarily ominous. Don't worry, they are talking about the billions of microbes in your skin RN. Even better, the thousands of mites living in your eyebrows. They are having copious amounts of mite sex to create more mites. With the right lens, it is bug voyeurism. I do not consent to this. I'm living in China right now and everyone keeps calling me intelligent as I'm bald and left-handed. Cornering people in arguments with bullying tactics and acting like it means they won. Silence. I've been told so many times that I'm thoughtful and a deep thinker, but really I can't figure out what to say lol. My girlfriend thinks my silence is me thinking hard or letting her sort her emotions out, but it's really me trying to think of anything to say, but I'm a dumbass. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than say something and remove all doubt. Even better if they think you're smart lol. Scoring an A when I was 14. Scoring an E when I was 24, and at a rave. Glasses edit, thank you for my first gold on my cake day. It's actually a sad story, but the Khmer Rouge murdered a number of people with glasses in Cambodia because they perceived them as intellectuals. And intellectual under Pol Pot meant being able to read. Which, apparently, was a huge threat to his agrarian regime. Having money. I know someone who is fairly wealthy. He has worked with several billionaires and other wealthy people. He told me that luck is a much more important factor than people realize. Of course some people work hard but most are just exceptionally lucky. Also, 910 times they are holes. Therese a lot of research that supports his claim. The actual trait that tracks with wealth the closest is charisma. Edit, to clarify how statistics work, being charismatic doesn't mean you will be wealthy. Being wealthy doesn't mean you are charismatic. But if you could pick one skill to increase your chance of being wealthy, studies indicate it's probably charisma. As someone who has been more successful than my raw intelligence or work ethic might suggest, my main motto in life is, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Be nice, be polite, smile, attempt to be funny, and be moderately good looking, even just dressing nice and take care of hygiene, and you'll be someone people want to be around. If people want to be around you, business opportunities will follow. It's not rocket surgery. Solving a Rubik's Cube. True, I learned how to do it quite fast once I looked on Google. It's just consistent practice until you memorize it. My patience doesn't last long enough to read through the instructions. I did about 5 turns and gave up. Good to know someone's worse than me, I did 6 turns before giving up. I looked at it and gave up. I haven't even looked at it, and I already gave up. A cromulent vocabulary. This embiggens me. Slow down, my dictionary is on fire. Strong opinions, held with confidence. 80% of podcasts just screamed out in unison. Yeah, 80% sounds like about the right number, maybe even 85%. I can confidently say it's 91.34%. Having an opinion on literally everything. Especially having the need to share the opinions with everyone they encounter. One of my biggest pet peeves. And on the flip side, immediate respect goes out to anyone who is able to say they don't know enough about the topic to have a solid opinion. I once had a discussion approaching argument with a guy. It was leaning very much towards argument until I happened to mention that my lack of personal experience on the topic meant that I couldn't answer all of his questions fully. He was asking in sincerity. He immediately replied that my admission of ignorance made him respect my opinion more, that made me respect him more. It's that mutual respect that enables us to hear each other out when debating the many issues we tend to disagree on, and thank God because he's smart AF and could probably destroy me if we threw civility out the window. The more people who respond like you did, the more civil these discussions can be. Admitting ignorance shows that your priority is the information, not your ego. The other person's response to this shows you what their priority is as well. Edit, comma for clarity. A college degree. Yep, I have a degree and I'm ducking stupid AF. I have a master's and I'm the dumbest person. I have a PhD and I once locked myself inside my car. Wealth edit, thank you for the gold and silver. I am so rich. Therefore I am smart. SMRT smart. Using big words or complicated language when trying to explain something or talking about a difficult subject. The smartest people can actually make it sound simple. I had a history and civ teacher have us teach a mock lesson as a final grade because if you truly understand something you can help someone else understand it. Real talk though, the absolute best way to learn a topic is to teach it to someone else. The use of big words. You know the ones. I was roused in the pre-dawn hours, a time I usually set aside for self-pontification, by the voluminous caterwauling of my quad-appendaged feline domicile companion No You Gimp, the cat woke you up. Edit, lol I am cracking the duck up at the chain of answers in this. Y'all be crazy and I love it. But that's still more intelligent than the people who use big words and have no idea what they are saying. I have woken from my dreamscape before the dawn as my canine meowing companion has asked for its daily seculars of tuna. The trick to sounding smart is using big words that nobody around you knows the meaning of. You'll photosynthesize them into thinking you know what you're talking about. That will make them green with envy. If not green with ennui. Talking fast even if you're saying the dumbest shit. The trick is to say enough dumb things that the person you're talking to gets confused as to where to even begin. Yeah, that's a real strategy bullshit artists use. Being Asian. Community had a funny play on this Hey Math Club, I'm Asian. You Asian? That's pretty racist man. That wasn't a no. That's homophobic youtube.com love that bit, sorry for the low rees. Being able to memorize. Having a good memory is definitely helpful and often shows intelligence, but just being able to spout facts does not mean you understand them or can think about things critically. This is genuinely infuriating. I'm an engineer and have a lot of colleagues that can dance circles around me with formulas and definitions but can't design their way out of a cardboard box. I look like an idiot because I can never remember the correct terminology for things because it isn't used colloquially, and I have to Google conversions. It honestly takes both kinds, but the people who can shit random facts tend to be perceived as smarter, typically. Age. Actually, every toddler I've ever met was a ducking moron. That's what they want you to think. Being emotionally stunted. High IQ does not equal low EQ, you can be a dick and stupid and you can be smart and charismatic. It's not one or the other. I think a lot of people believe in the myth of natural justice karma. They think if someone is smart they must be lacking in other areas, sort of like if everyone is a character with a fixed amount of base stats that can just be allocated differently from person to person. The reality is that smart people are also often very well-spoken, confident, wealthy, and attractive. And dumb people don't get free points in these areas either. In real life, we roll for stats. Unfortunately we don't get to use the standard array or point by.